Get the Pen family, greetings to you. Hello, hello, and thank you for coming to have a Get the Pen moment with me. So, it is a Saturday afternoon, and it can be any day, any time of day, but right now it's a clear day for me. I am not swamped with things to do. I have a few things to do, but I can do them at my own pace. And so, since I had a moment, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to color. So, you have to pardon me for looking down because I'm actually coloring. And I thought I would make a video while I'm coloring just to share with you how therapeutic this is, and also to introduce you to a couple of coloring books, particularly coloring books that I wrote and published. So I do want to share that with you. And the thing about coloring, you can just sit down, play your healing frequency meditation music. I have the windows open because the weather is breaking. It's getting to be spring, so the birds are outside chirping, and it's just peaceful and it's quiet. And I thought that coloring would be a good way to decompress, take a break, and just think about things and see where my mind takes me. Even as I choose colors to color with for my picture, I'm just seeing where it goes, because I did not have a pre-plan of like, this is my color scheme. I'm gonna color this flower yellow, this flower green. I don't know. I'm just picking up color pencils and we'll see what's happening. And then I'm creating patterns with the colors instead of just a solid block of colors. And you can really do what you want to do when you color. You can do a solid block, you can do chunks, you can break up the colors and do intermittent patterns and things like that. That's the beauty of coloring. That's the beauty of being creative and artistic, is that you can see where your mind takes you. So I like coloring with the color pencils as opposed to crayons, because they're a little more precise and it helps me to stay in the lines better. And I'm left-handed, so staying in the lines has always been a challenge for me with coloring. I always would mess up, but these color pencils make it so much easier and so much neater for me. And coloring books, so I was in Target and I picked up a coloring book out of curiosity, and that might be a bad word to say I was at Target, but I was buying a black owned product, if that makes it better. So I picked up a very good coloring book by Tabitha Brown, and it was cool. And I'm gonna just flip through to show you. So it's got these inspirational quotes. I don't know how well you can see some of this. This says that I add something special to the world. Maybe that's a little bit better. But I did start coloring on one page, got a flower done so far, and this is cool. But the one I really like, I put together a coloring book, and it's called She Shall Be. And I'm going to go to a page that I started on with this. It's an owl. Now with my coloring books, for each picture, there is not really a story, but some motivation that I wrote, some messages. Now the one I want to share with you about the owl, I started on his eyes and his nose, so I have to finish him up. But above the owl, it says, be wise. Be wise. There's an idiom. I'm going to read this to you. There's an idiom that says, as wise as an owl. It is a way of saying someone is really smart. The owl represents wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to understand and discern things. Wisdom is spiritual, and it comes from God. All we have to do is ask for it, and God will give wisdom to us generously. And that's in scripture, James 1:5. The Queen of Sheba, she tested Solomon's wisdom through interrogation. She had a lot of questions for him, and when he exceeded her expectations, it took her breath away. I love that story. The validation of his wisdom brought her great joy. Above anything else, she loved that Solomon was wise. Likewise, discern what is wise, and it will bless your whole life. She opens her mouth with wisdom. Proverbs 31:26a. So be wise. And in this page, in this coloring page, I am inspiring you to be wise. So when you read the words about being wise as you color, you can meditate on being wise and what kinds of things can you do to help yourself be wiser, smarter, make better decisions. And I think my next one is going to be this one where I talk about making time for nature. So these are the kinds of things that are in this She Shall Be coloring book. Very well thought out by me, of course, New Life. And you can see the words that I've written next to each picture. They are prompts for meditation. I also have this other coloring book that I did called Grief to Growth. And this is probably my bestseller. I get so much demand for these. And I go through the grieving process and how we evolve. And I give you some inspirational words about the grieving process and be brave. So it's not just mindless or empty coloring. I give you things to meditate on as you color, and you can just get your color pencils and see where your mind takes you as far as the colors go. But as far as the pictures, support system, it gives you something to think about in developing a support system as you heal. So grab your colored pencils, go to Amazon.com and look up Grief to Growth or She Shall Be by Janine Folks. Check out these coloring books and order you some nice quality coloring pencils to go with it. I do believe you will enjoy it. I like feedback. So, you know, it's not just coloring, which is great therapy. I love it. That's why I put these together. But I really like to give you good things to think about. And this one is called Majesty. This is from She Shall Be. Tap into your majesty. You are divine. God lives in you. Jesus said, you know what is written in the scriptures. Doesn't it read, I said you are God's? That comes from John 10:34. Majesty brings together both greatness and goodness, both strength and beauty. That is from Psalm 96:6. Check these out. Bless your life. Color. Get inspired. This has been a Get the Pen moment. I hope you get not only the pen, but get the color pencil and get the coloring book. Take care, y'all.